Yo, what's good, guys? It's Austin here, or Luna. So, today's story time. It's about one of my friends and his dad, and me, obviously. And it's pretty funny, in my opinion, and pretty crazy. I hope you guys enjoy this. If you do, leave a like on the video, and let's just get right into this. So, today's story time all starts off as a normal day in 19-year-old Luna's life. Yeah, the story time takes place when I was 19, and my friend who I was hanging out with was 20. So let that be the first thing you hear in this story time because it matters later on. Now, my friend had a father that was a police officer, and he wasn't just a cop. He was one of those motherfucking cops that took his job a little bit too seriously. Don't get me wrong, if you want to take your job seriously and anything you do, I get it. But like, he would come home off duty. He would come home and just be the biggest asshole on planet Earth. Like, he would treat me and his son and even sometimes his wife like they were under questioning. Like, if he ever suspected anything wrong going on, he'd go full on police officer mode and like interrogate us. And he was just kind of a dickhead sometimes. And my own friend would say that about him. He'd be like, yeah, man, my dad's a dickhead. Like, I don't like him. And, you know, he was a dickhead. I won't lie. Like, he was. So anyway, yeah, this story time all starts off as a normal day. I was sitting in my room on my computer working on a YouTube video, and my friend texts me. Let's just call this friend TJ. TJ hits me up. He's like, hey, man, you want to hang out today? I was like, yeah, for sure. Where you want to meet up? He's like, you want to come to my house? I was like, yeah. So he picks me up, and he actually brings me over there because I didn't have a ride. And we go to TJ's house, and we're hanging out in his basement, just playing some video games, just kicking it. And I end up hanging out there for a long time. I'm there till like 11 at night. And it gets to a point where TJ's starting to get tired. And he's like, yo, man, you want me to take you home or do you just want to crash here? And I was like, honestly, man, I'll just crash at your house. He's like, all right, cool. So TJ throws me a blanket and a pillow. And he's like, all right, man, I'm going to go to bed. I'm like, all right, bro, good night. So he goes upstairs. TJ's parents were already asleep. His dickhead dad and his mom, they're already in bed, right? And about 5 minutes later, TJ comes back downstairs. He's like, yo, Austin. I was like, what's up, man? He's like, you want to smoke with me? TJ would smoke weed to help him go to sleep because he had insomnia. And I was like, yeah, man, why not? So me and TJ go into his garage in the middle of the night, and we start smoking this joint together. He had one rolled up. And it was just in the garage. The garage door was open, so, you know, the smoke wasn't building up in there or anything. We'd always do this. Now, I always thought that TJ's parents knew that he smoked weed. I didn't think they cared. Even though his dad was a cop and he took his job super seriously, I didn't think that his dad cared because TJ would literally smoke weed in his room sometimes, and it would smell up the whole fucking upstairs house. So I didn't think that his dad didn't know about this. But right as we finish the joint and TJ's putting the garage door down, TJ's dad swings the door open and goes, what are you guys doing in here? And TJ goes, oh, nothing, just going to bed. And he goes, yeah? Why are you in the garage? Why is there smoke in the air? Huh? What's this? And he points to the joint in TJ's hand. And TJ gets all nervous. He's like, nothing, Dad. Like, I just used it to go to bed. I have insomnia. And he's like, yeah, okay, sure, buddy. You're going to live under my roof? You're not smoking fucking pot. And he grabs the joint out of his hand and proceeds to start yelling at him even more about how he's a burnout and how he's not his son because he doesn't act the way he did when he was his age. And listen, I get it if you don't want your son living under your roof doing something you don't agree with, but like, he was 20. TJ was 20 years old. And like, if you don't want to smoke weed in your house, I get it. But just simply tell him that instead of being like, you're a fucking burnout. I didn't act this way when I was your age. Like, you're nothing like me. Like, don't be a dickhead dad about it. So anyway, he ends up confiscating TJ's weed. He also told him that he has 3 months to find a job and get his own apartment and move out because he doesn't want him under his roof anymore, knowing that he's a stoner, which was just fucking ridiculous in my opinion. And TJ was pissed. After his dad walked away from the garage and went back upstairs, TJ was pissed. He's like, bro, I'm 20 years old. I can fucking think for myself. This dude takes his job way too seriously. I smoked half a joint to go to bed, and he's acting like I do fucking heroin or something. Like, yeah, needless to say, TJ was pissed. It doesn't end there, though. No, we're just getting started. So fast forward, TJ walks in the house all pissed off, all angry, and he walks into his dad's office. His dad had a bedroom upstairs where he would sleep every night, but he also had an office on the downstairs level of the house where he would do all of his work and stuff. And TJ walks into his dad's office and starts ripping through everything, like going through the drawers, going through the closet, throwing papers everywhere, trying to find something. I was like, bro, what are you looking for? He's like, bro, fuck my dad. He wants to act all high and mighty, all perfect. I bet there's something in this room that'll give me some dirt on him. And I was like, what do you think is in this room? He's like, I don't know, man. I'm just pissed off. Like, he was just mad. So I can't lie. I thought that TJ searching through his dad's things was kind of pointless. Like, his dad's office was just filled with paperwork and stuff that was office related. I doubt he would find anything that was, going to give him dirt on his dad. So I just kind of sat there and thought it was pointless. But then 5 minutes later, TJ opens up some little like shoebox that was in the closet and he goes, "Fucking bingo." And I was like, "What would you find?" And I walk over and guess what this motherfucker had in his office? He had a shoebox with a bowl in it, like a pipe, a little bag of weed, and a lighter. I was like, holy shit, TJ's dad is the biggest hypocrite in the world. And when TJ found this, he lost his fucking mind, dude. He ran upstairs, pounded on his dad's door. He's like, "Dad, open the fucking door, you hypocrite." And his dad opened the door and goes, "What'd you say to me, you little fuck?" And TJ rips the shoebox open right in front of his face. He's like, "What's this, Dad, huh? Is this weed? You little fucking hypocrite? You smoke weed just like your son? You got insomnia too, just like me?" And his dad, his face just completely changed. Like, he just knew he was caught red-handed. And guess what this motherfucker says? He goes, "I was keeping that for evidence." And TJ goes, "For fucking evidence? Why isn't it at the station then, huh? Why is it at the house?" And he's like, "It's evidence." And TJ goes, "You're a shitty liar, Dad. You fucking suck at lying." And then TJ's dad gets real mad. He goes, "That's it. Get the fuck out of my house. You no longer live here." And TJ goes, "You serious?" He goes, "Yeah, get out of my house." So guess what happened? TJ packed his things and moved into my house for a little bit. He stayed with us for like a month. He didn't even have to stay with us for a month. After like 2 days of being gone, his mom told TJ that he could come back because she talked to him and, calmed him down. But TJ didn't want to go back. He didn't like his dad because he was way too strict. But about a month later, TJ ended up going home and him and his dad talked it out. His dad apologized. His dad said that he understood. He also smoked weed and used it to go to sleep sometimes. He just didn't want him to get lazy from smoking it. So I guess his dad and him had a little bit in common in terms of the fact that they both smoked weed, but his dad was just a little bit too controlling. So yeah, guys, I ended up having a roommate for a month, which I thought was kind of cool. TJ was awesome to live with for the month. We also learned that TJ's dad was a little bit of a hypocrite and smoked a lot of weed himself. And yeah, pretty much in the end, everything was all good. TJ and his dad made up. They were cool. TJ went and moved home. And we didn't really go over there much anymore, though. Every time TJ wanted to hang out, he would come to my house at that point on. But yeah, moral of this story is, if you're a parent and you're watching my videos, just be level-headed with your kids. Don't be a hypocrite. Because TJ's dad was a little bit of a hypocrite in this story. There's definitely reasons to get really angry, but I think in this instance, it wasn't really a good reason, considering TJ was 20 and not doing something super serious. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed this story time. If you did, please leave a like on the video. I would really appreciate it. Feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below, and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys all later. Peace.